Today we're going to head out to kind of our back acreage and install a little greenhouse. For some reason Home Depot canceled my order after waiting 3 weeks. So I just went to Harbor Freight and bought their cheap one. They're all kind of made the same with aluminum frame rails. But you get what you pay for. So I had like a $1,400 10 by 14 on order. And it was supposed to arrive for Mother's Day and it didn't. So that was a disappointment. And no notice why. They just canceled my order. No phone call, no text, no email. So that's probably it for Home Depot. So went to Harbor Freight. They had one in stock for $700 on sale. It's a 10 by 12, I think. So I'm gonna make a base today and probably a little sunshade. We'll keep the dogs out there so they can not get restless because we'll be working out there all day probably. It sounds like it's a two-person project. Especially in the wind, we're going to reinforce it with probably some 2x4s. So we're gonna have hanging baskets too, but it's pretty windy out here, so I don't have much high expectations for longevity, but we'll see. I mean, I need a greenhouse to start my seedlings, so we'll see what it does. Cicadas are starting to sound off. So here's our thinking is that's our little house and garage spot. We're thinking about putting a greenhouse over here, near the property line, and then
back on the
litter bugs. No! Yeah, we'll make a little shelter for our dogs here. So I think we'll have this agriculture. We'll try to lure my mom in with a greenhouse. Hi Mom, love you. So I'll put a house in here and then she can have a nice view of those mountains over there. She's not crazy about the cliffs heights, which is understandable. A lot of people aren't, but this is kind of where I wanted to have a build site originally. Okay, Logan, what are we doing today? We had a great time putting up that Eddie Bauer. You know, Eddie Bauer is usually pretty good products, you would think, but I used this before at Elkhart Lake at the races. First of all, I thought it was a tent. It's not, it's a screen tent. So it's good to keep the flies out. I slept in it anyways. It was August, it was hot, so it was nice to have a breeze, but that thing is the biggest piece of junk I've ever tried to put together. I've got 10 different tents. This one takes the cake. Whoever designed it, I don't know, man, but I hope you just gave up being an engineer. If it's...
That was not an engineer that made it.
That was the craziest thing I've ever seen. I just wanted to get to the point where I'll probably start it on fire somewhere, probably without burning my house down. But yeah, anyway. We're gonna try to get out of the sun, you know, and get the dogs out here, but that thing is just quite the buzzkill. So Home Depot canceled my order for a similar kind of greenhouse, so I just got this from Harbor Freight. I don't have high expectations. It's pretty windy out here. Putting that together in the wind was kind of an issue too, but still, it's just one of the worst designed tents I've ever seen. Shouldn't be that difficult. Some of these new tents are so much better. We're gonna unbox this. We're gonna lay a pad. We're gonna have this kind of close to our house, and I'm gonna get my mom out here to live too. This little fuzzy poofy microphone isn't doing any help, I don't think, with this wind, but it's pretty windy. But we'll give her this mountain view. So her house will probably be, if she decides to come out here, we'll build a little guest cabin right here, and then our place will be up the road. And that's my buddy's cabin over there. So some of the drawbacks on this unit have been poor instructions. Now I heard they revised them since.
It looks like the, what is it? The cement mixer.
Instructions?
Yeah.
All the instructions. Yeah, so they give you, looks like, I heard they revised these anyway. And
nut 67.
So let's see, we're gonna level out a space here, use my laser, and make a little pad and secure it to the ground. So half the problem is snow, it sounds like. The bad reviews have been like it didn't hold my snow load. Well, people, it's 4mm plexiglass or polycarbonate actually. You think that's going to hold the snow load in Michigan or Minnesota up in the high winds in winter? I don't think so. But we're going to reinforce it with some lumber here. Build a nice platform for it. This will probably be like a 3-part video, so I'll chain them all together. What's your guess, Logan? How long? A 2-person job in the wind? How many cuss word job?
2 hours.
How many cuss words? You don't swear a lot.
10.
You don't swear. Matter of fact, I don't think I've ever heard you swear.
Yeah.
Maybe if you're gaming sometimes.
Slurs.
Slurs, yeah. But I say this might be a 12-pack job. So this probably would fit in a SUV. I have the trailer. I had to go buy some lumber anyway, so I used the flatbed today. But it looks like it's well packaged. It does come on a pallet. They took it off the pallet for me, and it's double boxed. And these are, I think these are 4mm carbonate, polycarbonate sheets in here for the panels, and I think the higher end ones are 6mm. So I think all the panels are in this one probably. And they feel like cardboard. So these, let's see if these are hollow or, yeah, so it's like it's built like cardboard. It's like corrugated cardboard, only plastic. So I got very low expectations for this. These might be all panels in here. It looks like this is pretty light. And then it's like framework in here. Yeah, that one's all panels. This one's all framework. This is all pre-drilled. Lots and lots of parts. I heard some complaints about the panel clips, how they go in. They're little spring-loaded things, but once you see how they go, they're not that confusing. But if you have bad instructions, maybe it would be confusing. So these are marked 30A. Looks like I've look at the door trim. So they're stamped. I do like that. That's got a stamping on it with a part number, so there's no sticker to come off. This one has a sticker. So we'll spend some time here sorting this out. So some are stickers, some are stamps. But they're marked. First impressions, Logan. Sergeant.
It's alright.
Get what you pay for.
Not gonna be super aggravating.
You always get what you pay for. This is half the price of the Home Depot one that they canceled on me.
Get some lumber, reinforce it.
I'll mention some. Mention that a few times. It does not have a part number, but it's pretty. Oh, it does. There it is. So it's stamped in there. That's good. This is a pretty specialized part here. So I'm guessing this is one of the roof gables, just by looking at it. Mark these, should we lay these out by number, numerically, or what? There's number 12. Well, the only thing so far that's kind of odd is there's this part number 14 and 15, and they put one sticker per bundle. So it looks like it's these vertical pieces here. The longer one is the same exact extrude shape. That's a 14, and then this is a 15. It's the same exact thing. The 14's longer, the 15's the shorter one. So these are kind of lined up here, but you can see the 14 stacks longer, and the 15 bundle is, they just give one sticker per bundle. I don't see any stampings on that piece. Everything else has stampings. Alright, so we unpacked everything. Here's the hardware package. So many screws we'll be using. Not too bad, I guess. So we just sorted these metal these framework pieces, like 1 through 80, so we know kind of what general area to grab our stuff from. And I don't know if they were in order in the box or not, but it was all thrown in there pretty tight. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 12s, 14s, 15s. 16s through 20s, 20s through 30s, 70s, 80s. And then this whole box is just the panels. There looks like part 60, and then there's a couple rubber door seals that are getting baked in the sun. They feel like noodles. I know you croc haters out there, but you must not have owned a pair if you hate them because they're so comfortable. Let your dogs breathe, man. Them socks are weird, but yeah, my feet get filthy.
Save on laundry.
But yeah, I got knee pads on for this operation. Oh, let's see a Poofy Puff microphone here. Sorry about the wind. Let's see if this Poofy Puff works. Wind, check 1, 2. Master Force. Yeah, I do miss Menards in the Midwest. Please, Menards family, bring a Menards to Arizona. I will be your store manager. I will fly the flag. So these are, I don't think they gave you, does this come with a Allen wrench? I don't think it did. So 5/32 Allen head. These look to be about a 7/16, but I'll use this Works brand. I swear by this brand, and I've only seen it at Menards. Never heard of it. Metal construction. I've abused this thing. If you've seen my other videos and my other posts, I got almost every tool they sell, including their electric chainsaw. Even though I've got several other gas chainsaws, that thing works great too. All right, so we had to get out of the sun there for a while. Take a step back and look at these instructions. It's not super hot where we live, but the sun. So there's 3 different base options. It comes with that metal base we put together, and so that's called bare assembly. Now, if you just want to dig a hole, you can put that frame in there. Otherwise, you don't need that frame. If you want to build a wood frame, like was actually what we're doing, we're going to make like a deck frame. So it's on a plywood, and then we're going to have like stable mats on, like the like Tractor Supply, my favorite store, sells. It'll just have rubber flooring. That's what we're going to do. We're going to use that dimension of this metal frame. That's only used for digging a hole. You're going to fill that with gravel. Then you can use that metal frame it comes with. Otherwise, you don't use it. If you're building a concrete pad, you build a concrete pad with this dimension. And then you have to put a sill on top with metal, or I'm sorry, with wood blocks or wood 2x4s, whatever. And I guess that this is what we're doing, a treated wood base foundation. So I'm gonna have plywood, 3/4 inch plywood, and then I'm building it just like a deck. But they're showing you can actually just build a chintzy version, I guess I could say, with no decking. And that's the same dimension as a concrete slab. So if you're just building a deck, I'm just saying, I'm calling what I'm doing is building a deck. And then I'm not going to use, you don't use that metal frame base. Although you could mount it on top of your deck. And that, I may do that, but it's probably not, because it's going to add an extra lip. You're going to have to step over that lip when they get the door system in there. So I'll probably just use that metal base for like a garden planter or something. Yeah, we got some beautiful dogs outside smoking some meats for dinner. And then you can do a concrete slab foundation against the same exact measurement. So if you're building a foundation, that's the measurement there. Basically 10 by 12, a little under.